So we are doing Blue Star Ferries all the way from Chios to Athens. So we figured we would show you all around the ship, how much it costs us to get there. Really unbelievable, right in the back of my video. So this is the Nissos Rhodos, and this is a huge car queue, and we got here very early. So here are the foot passengers. There's loads of bars and restaurants if you do turn up early, and that snuck up on me. So we thought it was Blue Star, but it's Hellenic Seaways, but it's the same thing. And there is a massive lorry about to hit us. I'm going to get out the way, watch them park their giant ship, and then we'll show you all about it. We have paid for seating on the boat because most of the complaints surround the fact that nobody can get a seat on there, so we paid an extra €10 to get a seat.
I found Blue Star really good value for money. It was €106 for the car with no roof box and no trailer, and we did all the booking in online, so we just had e-tickets, no hassle at all.
It's sort of organised chaos. They know what's going on.
Dangerous people around, big lorries turning.
So far we don't actually know if we're allowed to board in the car, but we assume this time that we are.
Of course.
And you think it's because we've cleared customs already, yeah?
It's like a domestic flight, it's a domestic ferry port. No passport, no customs, just get your car on, show your ticket, and off you go.
Cool. Got off in less than 5 minutes, and everybody's getting on super quick, so it looks like we will...
No need to get here 3 hours early though, guys.
We didn't get here hours early.
Absolutely fine.
You know what? We were 2 hours early. We got to sit in a cafe. We got to buy lunches and stuff, and we arrived in a chilled out fashion. He doesn't listen. Here we go. Boarding, unless they want something from us. Oh no! Boarding, 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 and into the belly of the beast. Thea, have you ever been on one of these? Okay, that is where the tourists store their luggage. A lot of people say don't leave your luggage there. I think it's more a case of don't leave your valuables. Take pictures of everything. People have said that stuff goes missing there, but they will demand that you leave your luggage. So Scott's being where he should go. And it's one of those roll on, roll off. So we go around the corner, depending on the weight of the car. It's weight related, and he will tell us on which row. We park up, carefully get our stuff out, and away we go. So there we go. Everything we need is packed in our bags, our lunches, our phones, our chargers, and they are just still loading everybody on. It is, now we have to work our way through the cars, which might be a bit more difficult. So we are like sardines. So I'm going to go because it's not that safe. So we've taken a note of where we actually are. I'm being really careful. There's these big, huge round things all over the floor which will knock you flat. So we're in G5 and it's time to head up and find our seats. As I say, we decided to pay that little bit extra and get seats because otherwise it's a plastic chair on the deck. And I'm not doing that for 8 hours. Wow, you can camp here by the looks of it. Okay. Oh no, I didn't get my bag out. It's got the masks in. Probably should have made videos while loading myself onto a ferry. Check that that's locked, because then I forget things, and now my husband's gonna go, oh my god, I can't trust you with anything. Currently wandering around like absolute wallies because we cannot work out where we are on the ship. We can't work it out at all, and there's nobody to ask either, so I think we might be somewhere down here, but we're not really sure. So we finally got seated. A lot of people, when they're traveling, they don't book these seats, so they sit in them and then obviously they move when you turn up and go to other empty ones. There was a bit of hoo-ha over it because one of them didn't want to move out of the seats, but if we have booked seats, we have to have them. So was that we were all seated in different parts, and yet we booked the tickets at the same time.
Must have thought I was 13 or something.
They did.
I'm not
So my husband was here and I was 4 seats that way, and then Thea was sat completely on her own. So rather than have a fat drama and be a big travel complainer, we went and found a purser, Giorgio, who was fantastic, and he said, take these seats. If anybody else comes, ask them to take your seats that were booked and you stay where you are. So, and I'm also hoping that we don't have any more stops, because if we have more stops, that's when people will get their seats. So I'm sure we can work it all out, and maybe Scott will want some time away from us. But anyhow, we're sat together, so just be aware when you check those seat numbers and it looks like you're sat apart, you are. So be prepared to ask to move like that. We got Thea's seat has gone, so there's only my seat left to go, and if it does, then I can also sit over there, hopefully, by the looks of it. But it is seat Jenga, but we just do what we can do.
You're gonna be sick of watching this because it's really long, lot to tell.
And just like that, the final seat owner turned up for this seat. Oh, it's blinding us with the sunlight. Oh, and we negotiated for them to take my seat, which was great.
Dramatic. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I think the thought of sitting next to Thea for the entire trip, she was torn. Lowering our chairs, so I think that means you can go backwards. I think that's a reclining function. But I particularly like this design detail, which is that you have the ability to eat your dinner from behind the back of your head. I literally can't work out how that pulls over that. It's like they bought these seats from Ryanair and just thought, you know what, we won't take the tables off, we'll just pop them backwards.
Confession time, never open the curtains.
No, it is bright. And we discovered there are no phone chargers either. There are no charging points at all. Which...
Lose my telephone that I use is meant to do it.
Yeah, but how hot is it in here?
It's very hot.
And it is 10 o'clock in the morning and there is zero
But I can still feel the aircon, so it's like we just
Yeah.
switched it on.
But he's got his sweat on, so this is interesting. And this looks like we have a guest coming to sit next to us. Just like that. We're boiling hot, play seat Jenga, we have no chargers, but we are comfy, aren't we? 8 hours.
Why don't
Athens.
you cover my face?
I don't know. I think we're supposed to put our masks on.
Maybe it's that.
So another complaint about travelling with Greek ferries, either Hellenic or Blue Star, is that all the announcements are in Greek. Sat through the last 10 minutes of announcements in Greek and English and German and Italian and French. I think, did we hear any Spanish? We heard no Spanish. All of the announcements are made in all of the major languages, so there really is nothing to worry about. We need to watch the safety instructions now. Oh, and if you're a doctor, they like you to inform you. They like you to inform them at reception because they might need you to sort out an emergency, which is kind of fun. I wonder if you get refunded on your ticket if you help them. So we're going for a wander around the ship. This is the back of the ship on deck 8. This is a nice view of leaving. I think that's bye here. Bye there. Toilets are clean. Tip for traveling, go to the toilet early on in the journey because if they don't, they get very stinky. So this is the bar area. We'll go and have a look how much everything costs in a bit. And you can sleep under the grand piano. I must admit, on previous ferry journeys I've done that. I think we slept in a casino on one boat, which was great fun. So yeah, so lots of aircraft seating. We don't know which of the salons these are, but we were hoping to get the ones with the table. We picked Salon 4, which has the tables. So
Are we eating here?
if you don't get a seat, you can also sneak in here and get seats. They don't seem to mind. This is a self-service restaurant. This is where we're sat, which is pretty nice. Is it 5-star, Thea? 5-star. I actually don't know which is the front and which is the back. I think we're moving towards the front of the boat. This is deck 8, which also has the cabins on. I definitely would like to be in the privileged suites, except these were not open for us, so we're not able to get in. There's a shop on board where we got the help, and this guy was fantastic. He was very helpful. And all the reviews say, oh, they're really rude and totally unhelpful, and actually we found them to be anything other. We found them to be fantastic. So maybe people are getting on here expecting too much, but and a Faristo and a Yasu goes a long way.
Guys, we're off to get a coffee from the local bar. I will let you know some prices when I get close enough. So here is the price list. Okay, it's not on land prices, but they're quite reasonable. You can get a, well, they're not really that reasonable, but they're okay for the middle of the ocean. You can get a good old Americano for nearly €4, a cappuccino for €4. We get snacks starting at €3, going up to €4, €5. Beers, €5. Sandwiches are quite reasonable. Sandwiches start at €5. Or get a club sandwich for €60. You get some pasta for $7.30. Prices are reasonable considering there's no, you can't just jump off the boat and go into a shop, but don't expect land prices, and rightly so. Business is business sometimes. There's 2 teas and this orange cake, and I think it came to €7.70. Like I said, not land price, but okay for the middle of the ocean. So yep, there we go.
So how are you finding it so far?
It's alright, read a bit of a book.
Yep.
It is what it is.
How's the food on board?
It's alright. Don't expect 5-star, but don't expect 2-star.
You said there was a bakery as well on board, that they were bringing out fresh stuff.
I didn't say there was like a bakery where you could go to, but it looks like they're bringing out lots of fresh sandwiches and fresh pieces of bread with cheese and lots of fresh Greek stuff.
The orange cake was good, wasn't it?
The orange cake was very good, but I would strongly recommend not packing a cardigan and prepare yourself to relax. Alexander keeps talking about, I'm going to be bored.
I don't mind being bored, I just don't want to run out of battery.
Being bored is when your creativity steps in, so enjoy being bored.
I feel like Christopher Colon, we've spotted land. Don't know what land it is. Be nice if, like, the airline pilots, they announced it, we're now flying over wherever. Like,
You've seen millions of islands and you're so excited.
Yeah, it's land.
So here is the self-service restaurant. Looks like you can get salads, meat dishes, pasta, moussaka, and a drink. And oh, some salmon. That looks good too. I'm not sure about the prices, but it all looks really good food. And I'm gonna get some when the queue is pretty big. So I'll get some when the queues go down.
So this is dinner. What did you get?
I've got a clue what it is.
Is this from the self-service restaurant?
It is.
Okay. So what did we get? A yogurt, drink, frittata,
Another drink,
chips and frittata. And how much was this?
€30.
Wow. That's sea prices. So as my main food reviewer, how is the Nisos Rhodos food?
not bad.
Not bad. You know what not bad means? Not bad means not great either.
You see millions of islands. You're excited about that.
I am, because it's land. So how have you found the 8 hours on a boat?
I think I've aged about 8 years. 1 year per hour. Still looking pretty damn hot though. So
Wow.
that's okay.
They had like this shop me and Daddy went in to like review, but we forgot the camera. And
Wow.
sorry, we didn't bring the camera. I'm
So
so
you didn't
sorry.
review it.
No.
So what did you do in the shop?
Looked at some stuff until I laid my eyes on.
Let me give you some tips, guys. And this, am I allowed to be honest there?
Yeah.
I wish there was like a first
Oh
class.
my God, we're going.
I wish there was like a
one.
first class section because just give me some luxury.
Yeah, there is
You
zero.
see, I'm
luxury.
sweating here.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Aircon.
Was that literally it? There was no tips. You just want first class. You can get business class on some of these. And,
Why we're not in business class?
Because
'Cause
there's
you
no
booked.
business class on this.
I will
But
book
if
next
you
time. Business class.
can get on business class, it's worth the extra cash because you have your own lounge and you have more space, and waiters come round and wait on you and all of that.
Sorry if I'm strangling you. It's quite popular.
The 8 hours per. We
10
didn't manage
hours.
to get any
10 hours,
sleep because we
please.
didn't really think it was safe
Oh, no,
enough
8
to
hours.
sleep. People were wandering around looking at your stuff. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they were.
There are a few people who might want to.
But you know something, you might be one of those travellers who just wants to get to A to B, and it's
Like
perfect
us?
for that. But I've been travelling A to B for too many years now. I like a bit of, I like to travel in semi-style at least.
You've got to be kidding me. We've never been in an airport lounge once.
Only because we could never work
We
out.
have to
Only because we
with
could
the
never figure out how to
hoiple.
get in them.
Yeah, and now because of COVID, all our miles have run out as well. Emirates, if you're watching, please give me my gold miles back.
It's actually Turkish Airlines.
And Turkish Airlines, please give me my miles back. And Delta and Hawaiian Airlines, please give us our miles
So
back.
looking forward to getting
I
a
want to
shower.
come in your lounges.
Shower in Athens, spruce
yeah.
myself up,
I'll
make
give you
myself
5
up,
stars if
so making myself look 8 years younger, and then bring it
That
on.
needs plastic surgery.
you want to go.
So we're getting ready to go off. It's already looking like a free-for-all. I don't know why everybody's queuing up because you can't actually get in your car for a while.
So getting off the boat was the usual clamour with everybody climbing all over each other. And so we just figured we'd show you some terrible B-roll footage taken out the window instead as we were waiting for them to finally dock. When we got to get through passport control, it was super easy. Showed our passports and our car documents, and off we went to get into Athens. So I hope you'll join us for our 48-hour tour of Athens. We'll show you some rather cool things to do, and I hope that our Blue Stars Ferry helped you. Ask us any questions in the comment box below and we will try and answer them for you. Bye for now.